your future.
They've lost homes.
Everything is gone. Have no house, have nothing.
They've lost power.
No water, no food, no light, no bed. Jamaican people need desperate help.
Some haven't heard a familiar voice in days.
The last thing I said to my sister, please be safe. And that was the last time.
For others, hope is starting to ebb. But together, we are rebuilding Jamaica, one parish at a time.
We have to try. We have to try. Can't give up.
Join Nationwide 90 FM from November 21 to December 19, every Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and St. Elizabeth, helping families and communities rebuild after Hurricane Melissa.
And you can help too.
Bring your donations, non-perishable food, water, hygiene products, lighting, or recovery supplies to our office at 14 Ocean Boulevard, the Digital Building, downtown Kingston.
Let's show the true strength of our nation: unity, compassion, and care. Together, we can rebuild lives and restore hope. Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Give us strength. Oh, never let I fail.
Exciting news! The Design Studio on Nationwide 90 FM just got a whole lot bigger. Join us this and every Saturday now from 1 to 3 p.m. for an exclusive show that elevates your home, mind, and soul. Discover the latest interior design trends to create your dream sanctuary. Unlock your true potential with personal growth strategies. Nourish your body and spirit with expert wellness tips. Don't miss out on the inspiration you need to live your best life. Tune in to the Design Studio this and every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. and take the first step towards a more fulfilling you.
Make me sweat, make me harder.
Jamaica, our young people are world leaders, innovators, and game changers. They are creative, intelligent, bold, and they are champions. My youths, you have the power to transform Jamaica. Our country needs your ideas, your opinions, your solutions, and your support. Full time now, we kick out crime and violence, rape culture, unemployment, and all of the other problems in Jamaica land we love. I'm Empress Scolding, encouraging all young people to come make we talk up. Pan Talk Up Radio. Go on with it, youths. Talk up youth. Myself a talk up youth.
And so we come to know these youths and show these youths. Talk up yourself, the youths to know them roots. Nurture them, protect and love and hear these youths. Use to make them know I love we show these youths.
Save the youth, kill the youth, I build we come to build the youth. Stop trick and fool and kill the youth, I build we come to build the youth. Empower and then skill the youth, I build we come to build the youth. Youth in action, Jamaica, we are
Kill the youths, they
have a youth in Jamaica.
Talk up youth and talk the truth. I ask the bush that representing for Talk Up Youths here and nationwide 90 FM every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Bush.
Ready, man? Yeah. Excuse me, no pagans. Can't seek validation. Toast and admiration from you nor your patrons. Posting about name brands. Because over 8 grand. When me searching up the same one. The cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Now me hype on my face thing. True minds me a save it. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Acres over markets. Link me wife on me work. Cause when side girl need up. Child support that lead to farming over plastic, investment over graphic. Inheritance from the seeds up. Me alright being made. Yo.
Welcome to the Talk Up You Radio Show, the voice of Jamaican youth, right here on the best, without a shadow of a doubt, best Revolution station in Jamaica, Nationwide 90 FM. Whether you're listening to us on the 90.3, the 90.5, the 90.7, and the 90.9 FM band, did you play our flow? We are glad to have you here this morning. It's a nice, sunny Saturday morning here in Kingston City. And if you're listening to us For the first time today, you're listening to none other than the voice of your boy Malik. And I'm joined by His Excellency.
I don't know why you said that, though. Good morning, Jamaica. Of course, this is the producer boss again, sitting in today. Damien Scarlett, we're here.
Damien, what's happening with the sunglasses today? People, if you're on YouTube, you see it's not sunny in here, Damien.
The lights, the bright lights.
The bright lights. It's too early for you. You haven't woken up yet. We need to get you some tea or some coffee. But today, we are the voices of youth impact in business. November is Youth Month, after all. We're not letting Hurricane Melissa stop our shine. And so, though we are the Best Revolution station, we are the Best Revolution for youth.
That's right.
And so, we'll be discussing youth impact in business today. But today, we also come to celebrate, fresh off the heels of International Men's Day, a day dedicated to honoring the positive value men bring to the world, their families, their communities. And it's a moment just to recognize not just accomplishments, but character, leadership, resilience, and the commitment to build a better tomorrow. But today's spotlight doesn't stop there.
Yes, because we're also shining a light on the power of youth in business, as was mentioned earlier on, the young innovators, creators, and entrepreneurs who are reshaping the industries and challenging old ideas and proving that age is no barrier to make impact. Their vision, energy, and courage are transforming the way we think about leadership in the modern world.
Interesting, right? And speaking of leadership, we're celebrating an incredible example of youth-driven community impact. University students hosting car shows to give back. What began as a passion for engines, design, and automotive culture has become a platform for charity, collaboration, and social change. These students are turning car culture into a catalyst for community support, raising funds, awareness, and the bar for what it means to blend passion with purpose. I'm really excited about that segment.
Yeah, definitely. And they're going to tell us about also an interesting event that's happening this evening as well.
Okay.
You know about Formula One?
Yes, I clearly.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on in the afternoon as well. So whether you're here to celebrate men making a difference, to cheer on the next generation of business leaders, or to support young people who are using creativity and community to drive change, well, welcome. This is going to be more than a show. It's a celebration of impact, ambition, and unstoppable power of giving back.
And coming on later in the broadcast, we'll be joined by Raheem Hall and Daniel Frivers, two of the students, I believe,
yes,
who will be showcasing and sharing with us some of that passion that they have blended, with this need to also give back through their interests. Mm-hmm. So we're here until 1 p.m. So listen to us Talk Up Youth Radio Show here or online at nationwideradiojm.com. That's nationwideradiojm.com. Or get the Nationwide app in your relevant app store. You can also watch us on our YouTube at Nationwide 90 FM. Good morning, YouTube family.
Good morning.
And keep it locked into the station you can trust. Let's switch over to the break. This is the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, a youth-led Talk Up Youth production. Stay tuned for more Talk Up Youth, Miss Effie. Talk Up Youth. We'll soon come back.
Drive the boat that lead to farming over plastic, investment over profit. Inheritance for me seeds, me alright, baby. Afro boy, what's music? Bototo, Bush.
Talk Up Youth and talk the truth. I ask the Bush that representing for Talk Up Youths. Here and nationwide, 90 FM, every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Bush!
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me. Let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Those oldies but goodies reminds me of
Every road, every ride, Burt's Auto Parts and KYB have you covered. From October 24, 2025 to January 30, 2026, get 15% off when you purchase 2 or more KYB shocks at any Burt's location. Plus, enjoy 10% off installation at Burt's Service Center. And for a limited time, you also get a gift with every KYB shocks purchase. So whether it's pothole, corners, or smooth highways, ride in comfort and confidence with KYB shocks from Burt's Auto Parts. Conditions apply. It hurts if you don't check Burt's.
The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, is urging citizens to do their part in protecting the environment by observing the ban on single-use plastic lunch boxes. This ban prohibits the importation and use of food boxes made in whole or in part of polyethylene, polypropylene, or polylactic acid materials. Plastics can cause significant damage to the environment and ultimately to human health. Preserve our land. Support the plastic ban. A message from the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA.
Educators, it's just summer your way. Let's go! Upgrade your ride with the sweet summer sale from the JTA Cooperative Credit Union.
Educators, take the driver's seat with the sweet summer sale from the JTA Credit Union. Ride in style with a new car or take that well-deserved vacation with a personal loan. Low interest rates, flexible terms, and fast approval. It's your summer your way. For more info, call 876-618-1706.
The sweet summer sale from the JTA Cooperative Credit
Serving
Union.
our members, impacting lives positively.
Education is the key for betterment in this modern time, Education is the key for betterment. Never you waste your time, don't you waste your time. Bless and love. This is Warrior King. It's all about talk up youth, Cause the youth them are the future. Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Keep in tune, don't move the dial. Rastafari. Reggae music rocking the nation. Good vibration.
Mastermind.
Pray every time I feel can't do no different. Swear me half a win, that's why I'ma try again. Pray every time I feel, cause God always a listen. One day I have to win, that's why I'ma try again. Send me working hard while I'm still struggling. Minimum wage can't cover my bills. Somebody tell me how I'm gonna live. Me might complain, but me not giving. I'll do it now, sure. Only me and God know how my day go. But when me have to make a bad drive out of town, I'm free, oh, my one forgot the place undone. Yes, me, Tanisha first starter. When me just start.
Welcome back to the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of Jamaica's youth, coming to you right here on Nationwide 90 FM, and you're listening to none other than Mali British and His Excellency Dr. Suave himself.
I don't know what is wrong with Malik this morning, but yes, I'm here.
Dr. Suave, the producer boss, and today we are all about youth impact in business. But before even getting into that substantive topic, Damien, I think it's so important that we have a little discussion about International Men's Day. And of course, if no one has told you, my brother, happy International Men's Day to you.
Happy International Men's Day to you too.
I think it's so important that we have these different days. And it struck me recently because I was having a conversation with someone and they're asking the very simple question. They asked me about the Women's Day first. A woman was asking me, what's the purpose of it, Right. And I think similarly, we celebrate International Men's Day, and it's important to let our viewers and listeners appreciate why it is we celebrate or set aside a day to celebrate International Men's Day. Yeah. So International Men's Day is celebrated annually on November 19th, and it's a global observance that focuses on highlighting positive male role models, promoting men's health and well-being, and health and well-being encompasses mental, emotional, physical, celebrating men's contributions to family, community, society, the workplace, addressing challenges as men that we face, including mental health struggles, social pressures, stereotypes and discrimination, and improving gender relations and promoting equality in a balanced and inclusive way. And each year the theme changes, but the core mission remains the same, which is to value men and boys while encouraging responsibility, integrity, and compassion. And this year's theme was actually celebrating men and boys. So,
yes, and that's important.
And I think it's very important because we always keep hearing the negativities, and we through the media or through comments in society and culture across the world, always have some sort of cloud of negativity usually associated with men and boys.
Yeah.
And so when we set across this day or set aside this day, it's not just to celebrate and say, yes, you are also doing positive things, but to reassure those who may not feel that they're doing positive things that they can achieve, they can do positive things, and to also empower them to do greater things. And I think that's very important.
Well, as you mentioned that, and as I reflect on it, because, November 19th is an interesting day for me, especially, as I think back on, my dad when he was around.
Right.
Because that would have been his birthday as well. And, you talk about the importance of, role models and having that positive influence in your life.
Right.
Now, I was looking at this week, and I had this conversation with someone, and I heard and I saw some posts on social media where, and so let's ask the question first. So is International Men's Day celebrated like International Women's Day?
Good one. How do I put this? I'd say yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because clearly, and you can join in the conversation, people. 630-9371-4, 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, and 630-9374. Do you also believe International Men's Day is celebrated like International Women's Day? I'd say yes and no, and there are differences. So my yes is yes, because it's a day set aside internationally, it's recognized, people know of it, people acknowledge it. To the extent that International Women's Day as a comparator is celebrated and the different things that people do, I would say no.
So okay. So
is it as popular? I would also say
no. So, or is it that the men just don't want to be celebrated?
But then the flip question may also be, Damian, should it be the men that celebrate them? Or should it be the women who invest? You're going to have that sexist discussion maybe coming in, oh no, but it's my day, so the women should actually be celebrating me or putting their efforts out for me. How do we really spin it though?
Well, that's very good, because that's a very good point, because I don't know, because at the same time, not all men, we're not fussy. So we just want to say, all right, we are being appreciated and nothing too extravagant.
But then, we can open the answers, because we're going to hear the same question. Is Mother's Day celebrated like Father's Day?
Well, we know the answer to that already.
But so it's the same type of thing here now with International Men's Day versus International Women's Day.
Yes.
But I will say that I can see marked improvements in how we celebrate International Men's Day. And I think that's heartening. This year, specifically for Jamaica, we may say that, because of the recent tragedy that we've experienced in terms of the hurricane, that has kind of shifted our priorities and focus. But there have been steady increases and improvements, I would say, in the way to celebrate it, with the potential that it can be celebrated even further. I can say, for example, in my own workspace and in my school space, International Men's Day was celebrated this year. Big up to all the people who celebrated us, the men in my office. I got a card. We got treated to KFC lunch. We get cupcakes. I'm happy with it, because I also felt I wasn't just boasting, but I want to showcase to others that this is a real day. And it's celebrated, and I can see even in terms of in my space how the men within this space actually felt very appreciated. As I said, men may sometimes not be very fussy, but the thought that how the effort that was put into celebrating us, I think, was a big deal. And also you could have seen as well that even in the international space as well, you had different sorts of recognition happening. Even here locally in the university space, I saw that the UA had a lecture series to empower people about International Men's Day as well. And even, for example, you see different ministries also celebrating it and having whether webinars or panel discussions. So I will say it is celebrated, but the scale and extent that we say International Women's Day, not so much. And of course, there can be improvements.
And the broader part of the conversation then there, Malik, is recognizing how men's contributions encourages, for example, when we talk about healthy masculinity, the whole matter of fatherhood. What can we do even now to instill in our young boys to help them when they get
positive
older,
values.
those positive values, so that when they get older, they can now become men of influence as well, right? Because I think that is another part of what we really need to see more in terms of the development and how we can come alongside a young man, mentor that person, so that when he gets older,
a positive impact on society. So both days, obviously, International Men's Day and International Women's Day, celebrate awareness, recognition, equality. It highlights social issues and encourage positive change. And as we said, many spaces, schools, workplaces, organizations use both days to host events, discussions, and campaigns. Like I said, for example, I saw in my workspace, they did some event for us. We've seen some universities and schools, they host discussions.
Yes.
But there are differences. I think maybe the differences is what maybe, to some extent, influences the extent to which the two are celebrated. So International Women's Day, which we know is in March, is widely recognized by the United Nations and is deeply rooted in activism and women's rights movements, whilst International Men's Day is not officially recognized by the UN. So it may receive a little less global attention, fewer formal events, and International Men's Day tends to emphasize well-being and mental health, which you mentioned, as men often experience social pressures and are said to suppress their emotions or avoid seeking support. And this year I saw that very critically as part of the celebration, in terms of celebrating men and boys, that a big part of the conversation was about men's health.
Yeah.
And specifically men's mental health. So that's a conversation I think we should have. Culturally, do you find that as men we're connected to our emotions? If man cry, what is going to be the response? Should men cry?
Play the drop of the theme song. I'm going to think it through.
No,
but no, you're touching on some.
No, and it's a conversation you have to have.
Yeah.
As men, culturally, within even our own society or smaller spaces, are we to be emotional beings?
Which side of the conversation do you want me to take it from?
No, but what do you feel?
So I know, generally speaking, there are going to be persons who are going to say that, you know, man must not tap into their emotion or their inner self or so on. But I could take the conversation from another point to say, well, how we were born and created, we were created with emotions, and if I can almost say emotive beings then.
Correct.
Right? How we respond, is it because of society and what society says, or really and truly do we live our lives in terms of how we feel and how we see or how we perceive things to be? You respond in that kind of a light. But I know, as I said, for this conversation, we're going to now start to tap into what really makes a man a man.
Yeah. But then, is your emotions connected to your mental well-being is also, I think, very critical.
It is.
Because if you keep suppressing, is that healthy?
It's not.
Exactly. So I think what this day has provided is these opportunities and these places to have these conversations, but to also help us build and shift our culture. Because if we as young people can't help to build or shift our culture, then we're in a problem. And I think it's very important then that as part of culture building and shifting and molding, we also share with our colleagues, our friends, our brethren, that it's okay to tap into your emotions. It's fine, and it should not be used as a discriminatory tool or a tool to think about you any less than who you are. Because as you say, as human beings, we are, or we should be connected to our emotions. So I think it's very important as part of having the conversation that is also mentioned. But you mentioned something that's very important, because the theme said celebrating men and boys. So it's for all males from all ages. And as part of growing up, we know for sure, boys need very positive mentors or role models. I want to touch on that a little bit though. Did you find that you've had positive male role models growing up?
Yeah. I mean, I've always said this though, that when I was younger, I never really thought of the importance of having a mentor, because I was just like, why you in my space? But then I think over time I started to realize that I do have a lot of positive influences in my life while growing up, and I think because of those persons that were around, that contributed to my development, especially as I mentioned, after my father wasn't around any longer because of his passing and so on. The other persons, kind of fill that role, be like a fatherly figure to me, and that helped me to even know I can do the same. I was
about to ask, because I know that you're very, very passionate about mentorship and mentorship of young men. Why do you think that's so important though for you to take on that as your giving back?
Yeah, I think it's a part of my calling. I would want to say.
Okay.
But when I think about the youth, and when you, especially through Talk Up Youth, and when you interact with a number of these young persons or young men in the schools, in the communities, and you get to talk with them, you realize that all right, something is missing or lacking here. Right, and then they need that kind of guidance and support. Now, I'm not tell nobody say that me able to give you lunch money every week. I mean, I might sit where I can, but what is also important is that if you can come alongside a young man and guide him, be there for him and show him like what life is like, then you're already giving him the tools so that he can stand on his own, go there and get a job. Work his honest bread and make a living for himself.
And I think that's the advantage of mentorship overall, is how you help to influence someone with some of the life skills you have learned. But have you seen, from the young men that you continuously mentor, that positive change, or them also figuring life out using some of the advice you've given them?
Yeah, just last week, this week actually, one of my mentees, and I always share this story, that when I was in college, there was a mentorship program, and they had asked me to be a part of the team to talk to some young men. And out of that group, and this was about 6 years ago, and he celebrated his birthday just this week.
Okay.
Big up to Tyrese. Tyrese was with me 6 years ago, a part of that mentorship group, and he stuck around. And even when I feel sometimes, but I am not the mentor, he takes on the role of being the mentor or being the
sometimes the mentee becomes the
father, right? And I think he always said to me that Damien, you are like a father figure to me, and just because I was there, sometimes what I realized is that it's not about even scolding them or trying to boss them around, but sometimes just being a presence and sitting around them, listening to them, understand how they see life, and then through that, as you build relationships. And one thing I will always say, one-on-one mentorship, one-on-one relationship building works.
Critical.
Yeah, and it is needed. So even for the adults, sometimes even in church and in the community, they might say, we can't stand the boy there, but no.
They cart him off.
Right, exactly. So learn about them, and then the more you spend time and understand them, find the ways how you can, intervene and, make that necessary impact. And I've seen the fruit of that.
And I'm happy you're sharing that, because I think there are so many youth leaders who are listening, adults who are listening, who work a lot with young people, especially young boys, and they need to hear this or reinforce for them as well that the work that they're doing in the field is good work and they should not stop. And yes, we have our stereotypes, or we've heard the studies and we hear that, for example, boys interact differently from girls, or we socialize differently. But I think what's very critical about what you mentioned just now is that one-on-one mentorship sometimes can be very important, can be very difficult in a larger group.
Yes,
because many of us times as leaders or, teachers or persons in authority will cart off the one that gives the most trouble. But sometimes you maybe just need to sit with him and try to understand what he's going through, how he thinks, to help, because in very minute ways you can help make a very big difference. And so even this week I can share, for example, I had an experience. I visited the Edith Dalton James High School.
That's one of our schools.
Yes, and it was a JP who invited me, a senior JP for the parish of St. Andrew. She invited me, but she wanted specifically positive male role models. I'm like, me? She's like, yeah, Malik, you're one person. I'm like, all right, I'll come. But the demographic was the 14 to 17-year-olds. Sometimes the year groups that can be very challenging. And it was having rap sessions with them. And I could see as well how once you get young men to be in a positive space, where you can encourage them, listen to them, reason with them on their level, it can make a big difference.
Yeah.
And this is how we help to save the next generation, I think. And I think for young leaders especially, it's very important. Yes, you want to have the titles and you want to be in all the grandeur activities, but mentorship, I think, should be a critical part of whatever type of work that you do, especially the mentorship of young men and young boys, as we have been mentioning. So, why International Men's Day matters, and I think it's very important that we have been having this discussion, Damien, because what we see is boys often lack positive mentors or healthy male role models. Men actually face higher rates of suicide, workplace fatalities, homelessness, and incarceration. Men may feel extreme pressure to be providers or problem solvers, leading to silent stress. And recognizing men's contributions recognizes and encourages healthy masculinity, fatherhood, leadership, and emotional well-being. And you mentioned that term, healthy masculinity, earlier.
Yeah.
And so you realize it's not just a one-stop shop, it's a collection of factors that makes up healthy masculinity. Engaging in discussions, as you say, problem solving, but also giving young men and men generally the grace to know that if they've made a mistake, they can brush themselves off and go again, and also to try and continuously work through positivity and not negativity.
I have a question that I want to ask you before we wrap this section. Sure. And I'm doing this in the context of your profession.
Okay.
Have you ever come across a situation of a younger person, it can be male or female, but whereas maybe the courts, for example, or so, would maybe say, let's give him a try and assign him maybe to a mentor, some kind of system that will help with, I don't want to use the term restorative justice, but I don't know if you've seen that. Okay.
And very great question, and I'm glad you actually went there as well, because what I see, it's so sad some of the time. Some of the heinous crimes you may hear about in the media or in society are committed by young men.
Yeah.
But then, when you get to drill down now before sentencing, for example, and the probation or the social worker goes in and they try to assess what would have led them down this path. One of the things is always absentee fathers.
Wow.
Or positive male role models in the home or in the school or in the community space, or they felt like a victim of circumstance. And even I went to do the intervention, with Edith Dawson Jim. Big up to the students there, the 14 to 17-year-olds who I interacted with this week, and big up to Vice Principal Grant, who organized the whole thing for the different mentors to come in and speak with them. What I said to them was, your circumstance does not dictate who you are. And I learned that from a former UWI Mona Guild president, big up Javon Neal, who's actually now, the fact that he loved UWI so much he could even leave UWI. He's my friend, so I can't cuss him. He's actually now an SSDM, Student Services and Development Manager at the UWI Mona.
Okay.
He was a Guild president and he just never left UWI.
Oh, it's still there.
Because now what he did was he made sure to come back and give back to the next generation. And he used that line, and he's saying, when he was using it to give empowerment talks, he's saying, I come from one of the worst ghettos. And I said to myself, my circumstance does not determine who I will become. And that's that same example that I utilize with the young men to say, you will be surrounded by, and bringing back to the point where you're asking me about some of these persons who have entered the criminal justice system and are now at the end. It is the circumstance that they use to determine who they became, which is fall ill to the praise. Why use those? Turn them into stepping stones to do better. And that's what I try to be encouraging the young men. The temptation will come, the peer pressure will come. Be the difference.
Be the difference.
Be the difference. And so sometimes though the courts in assessing these things will look at and say, this one though, we'll give him the better of the two options. Because we know one option it might just be they're going on the road where the chains and the shackles will follow them. But the other may be this one, we can extend this hand and help them through reformation in a different type of way. As you're mentioning, through mentorship. So they might give them probation or supervision, and they have a mentor assigned to them to help guide them through this path of restoration or reformation. I think it's very important as well that we sensitize persons that it's not just one way in which persons can be sentenced. It can be different ways. And as you said, there are some times when the court may look at a situation and say, no, this one, we will extend this hand of mercy or grace in this
and
way.
it's within the court's right to be able to look at
to
the
do
facts
that.
and
Yes, very important. But so we see a lot of that, and it's very important that you also, and I think you mentioned restorative justice, but we know as well as that the Ministry of Justice, and I think it's a good point to mention for our listeners, because it's a lot of food for thought, that the Ministry of Justice, and it keeps making the call, you can visit moj.gov.jm, they have restorative justice programs and they have child diversion programs. Since we're talking about mentorship, for both genders especially, they make the call every year for persons to become mentors in the child diversion program and mentors in the restorative justice program, to be positive mentors and inculcating them values and attitudes that are good. So we're making the call again. You can join in and become a mentor. It doesn't take much out of you. You mentioned it. Even when you don't feel like you're being the best mentor, just being that person who can show up, be a listening ear to bounce off an idea off of, or bounce off when they're having a difficulty. You've heard many a times to persons say, I was near the edge, but because I had that little 5-minute conversation, it made a difference in me. So you can become volunteer people. It doesn't take much. You can even do it online to show you how the world is expanding and become a restorative justice or child diversion mentor. But I think that was a very good conversation.
It was. I have more questions, but maybe for another time, because we have to, get to the next segment with our guests. But I'm trusting that, you'd have benefited from the conversation. And as I see our YouTubers there in the chat as well, and Annie Smith is saying that we must celebrate the good man them. And then she's also saying that, that point she agrees with you. Your circumstance does not determine who you will become as well. So Valley added there to
and
the
before
conversation.
we go, but you didn't. I know you mentioned your dad and big up your dad in heaven wherever he is there. But who else would you like to big up as some positive male role models? I think it's important that we do that as well before we take a break.
That's true. Well, how about we just do that? We'll come back from the break.
Or that too. Stick and stay. Don't go away. Yes. This is the Talk Up Youth Radio Show. Talk Up Youth, Miss Effie. Talk Up Youth. We still come back.
That's why we try every time we feel, 'cause God always a listen.
Upgrade your home or business with Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Explore our range of termite-resistant plywood, quartz, solid surface, and granite. Experience timeless elegance with our cedar doors, crafted from premium cedar stock, kiln-dried for durability and beauty. For quality and craftsmanship, visit us at the Trade Center Kingston 10 or Hatfield Mandeville. Call 876-963-062 8-30. Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Transform your space today.
Run for rights, give for relief. Join Jamaicans for Justice at the Run for Rights 5K Run Walk, November 30, 6 a.m. sharp at the Police Officers Club, Kingston. Choose your cause: human rights, child rights, climate justice, or ending gender-based violence. Only $2,500 to enter. Medals, trophies, and more. Register now at my.raceresult.com/355144. Part proceeds in aid of hurricane relief. You can bring your essential items on race day. Every donation counts. Call 876-239-7583 for details.
Outperform, outlast. We top performance. Jackama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, free parts and free repairs. 3 parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
This Friday, November 21 from 9. The Bureau of Standards Jamaica plays a pivotal role as facilitator of local industries, providing quality assurance through testing, calibration, training, and certification services, supporting your business to have products and services meet local and international standards. Discover how Jamaica's national quality infrastructure supports economic growth and global competitiveness during Quality Talks, a segment brought to you by the Bureau of Standards Jamaica every Tuesday at 8:10 a.m. during Nationwide This Morning. Join us on Quality Talks to learn how the BSJ facilitates industry success by taking your products from the lab to the market. That's Quality Talks every Tuesday at 8:10 a.m. during Nationwide This Morning, only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
They've lost homes.
Everything is gone. Have no house, have nothing.
They've lost power.
No water, no food, no light, no bed. Jamaican people need this for help.
Some haven't heard a familiar voice in days.
The last thing I said to my sister, please be safe. And that was the last time.
For others, hope is starting to ebb. But together, we are rebuilding Jamaica, one parish at a time.
We have to try. We have to try. Can't give up.
Join Nationwide 90 FM from November 21 to December 19, every Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and St. Elizabeth, helping families and communities rebuild after Hurricane Melissa.
And you can help too.
Bring your donations, non-perishable food, water, hygiene products, lighting, or recovery supplies to our office at 14 Ocean Boulevard, the Digital Building, downtown Kingston.
Let's show the true strength of our nation: unity, compassion, and care. Together, we can rebuild lives and restore hope. Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Give us strength. Oh, never let I fail.
This is Nikisha Barnes representing for Talk Up Radio, a Talk Up Youth production held every Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Talk Up Youth, Mr. for Talk Up Youth.
Praying for a break. Praying for a way to get through. All I wanna do, all I wanna do, yeah. All I wanna do is, all I wanna do is live a little, breathe a little, and want to enjoy life. Cause every more can make a pickle. No matter what you trickle, cause things so alright. All I wanna do is live a little, breathe a little, and want to enjoy life. Cause every more can make a pickle. No matter what you trickle, cause things so alright. It's the pleasures and pressures of life we look into, so try your best to make time for joy when the sorrows and pain of life sets on you. We both know that there is no choice, cause every lesson is a blessing. No stressing, no guessing. Life is for the living, we know. We just live it to the fullest and let the good times flow. Cause all I wanna do is live a little, breathe a little, and wanna enjoy life. Cause every more could make a pickle. No matter what you trickle, cause things so alright.
Welcome back to the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth, right here on Nationwide at 90 FM, the best revolution station in Jamaica. And I always say it each and every Saturday that it's across the world. And if Nicholas was here, Malik, he would say to me that there's something that I did not do at the start of the show, which is to find out where is the soup. Because today is all about soup. Saturday is soup.
Soup.
You don't like soup on Saturday?
I do, but I like soup every day. So I'm
so it's not limited to one day.
It's not limited to Saturday at all.
Okay.
So like literally people come and say, oh yeah, the boy want the soup.
Yeah.
You know him.
Good. And then before the break, you were asking me about some of the positive male influencers in my life. Well, I would definitely say my bigger brother is one of them. And big up to Dane wherever you are. He has really been that kind of source of strength for me, especially as I mentioned, in the absence of Pops. He's been there. But I feel like it's me at the bigger brother still.
Sometimes. You feel like that.
But I'd say he'd be one of them.
Me, obviously, I'm going to big up my dad, Martin Kelly, JP. I'm going to big up my high school principal, Mr. Denham McIntyre Esquire, who taught me nothing great or worthwhile achieving was ever achieved without enthusiasm. That's a positive mantra that I use every day. And one of my favorite lecturers of all time, who's been a very positive role model, who I think I influence my students now because of the influence he's had on me to remind me there's no A that is too great that I can't give out.
Oh.
There's more than one of them in my pen too, and that's Dr. Leighton Jackson, the former Dean of the Faculty of Law at the UWI Mona. So those are some of the big ones. I know there are many others. I don't want to get into any trouble, but I think you realize how even you just naming some, I could tell the influence they've had. Like I tell people all the time, I credit my father with teaching me how to color. And people say, what? Yeah, coloring because he taught me not just to color and just put the crayon all over the paper, but color in the lines. And I think that's why I am such a disciplined person today. And people are like, how do you make that connection? I'm like, yes, he taught me how to color within the lines, and that helps me to be a disciplined person, how I use discipline in my life daily. So big up to all those positive male role models. And I'm sure you've had positive male role models that you want to tell us about. You can call us again and big them up 630-937-124 or leave us a message on our YouTube page so we can big them up too.
And we're joined by in studio
so positive male models as well.
Right. And they are making a difference in their own space. We want to welcome to the show this afternoon Raheem Hall and also Daniel Fraser.
Yeah.
Right. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
Good stuff. So youth in business. So what I want to hear from you specifically is we see that you've had this merger of passion with experiences and giving back. Tell us a little bit about it first, Mr. Hall.
So this venture you speak about is Velocity Jamaica. We foster communities through the love for cars. You wouldn't believe the amount of people who are into cars and how it brings us together in one just unity.
Oh no, Jamaicans are into cars.
Oh, trust me, you know. And as a group, 5 of us, it's Raheem Hall, myself, Daniel Fraser, Justin Campbell, Jonathan Granston, Amari Hutchinson. We all came together through school, actually, and we hosted our first event, which was a UE car show. And from that, we realized that this is actually a movement, and let's do good with the platform that we have, you know. And
what was that feedback like though? The first UE car show.
Oh, trust me, it's to date, I can proudly say the largest car show held in Jamaica, you know, with minimum or minimal sponsorship.
Really?
Yes. We pulled almost 3,000, 4,000 people, almost 400 cars on the UE campus. It was it was a movie, to put for lack of better words.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fraser, what was the response from the other members of your group though to that initiative?
Well, to be honest, the UE car show wasn't actually from the group. We made the group because of how successful the UE car show was.
Okay.
So all 5 of us did the UE car show, even very successfully, and we said, listen, we're all car enthusiasts, we all loved what we did, why not do more passionate projects like that? And it has even extended beyond cars, because recently we did a drive out to help the Melissa relief, right? So I'm so proud of the team and what we could accomplish in less than a year. So it's been going very well.
I'm curious to know though, you said talk about the car show and organizing the car show, but did you yourself drive any of the cars? You don't have to answer, just be sure yourself.
No man, but all the members have cars. Cars for the car show?
Yeah.
No. But soon. Soon see us have the Bugattis and Lamborghinis. You know?
I like that. They're speaking the positivity.
They're working towards the vision. Let's see if I can go back a little bit in terms of the business component.
Right.
Malik, what led you and the team to want to start the business?
Well, what led the team to start the business is I personally am a car influencer. 2 of the members also have a car social media and stuff like that. So with that, the influence we have online with cars and the Jamaican car scene, with also the others being passionate in the event space and the car space, we decided, listen, why not just do events, let's specifically do cars.
Right.
It's something we all love. It could be just the nice luxury cars, or it could be racing. All aspects of the car scene, all of us love a component of it. Similar like Formula 1. And we just decided, a group of us, because we decided that, listen, we see ourselves as influential young men in the space, so why not create a good team?
Did you have, Rashid, any mentors or family influences or other role models that helped you shape your entrepreneurial mindset?
Oh, for sure. First of all, my mother, she's a caterer. She bakes for a living. Some of the best Jamaican pastries you'll ever have in your life. So big up mommy, Charlotte Walters. In terms of shaping my passion for cars, my father, the biggest Barrington Hall, he, from just growing up overall, being around him, working on the cars, and my dad works on his own cars.
Okay.
Particularly BMW for, to be specific. That's what really shaped my love for cars, him working with the race teams at Dover and even at Vernon Field,
perfectly cultured into cars, you know. So this just feels like a full circle moment, and I owe it all to him.
Inevitable.
Yeah, man, I owe it all to him, you know. Yeah.
I like that. And you see another positive male influence there, David, that he can big up and celebrate. You know, as young entrepreneurs, though, what challenges did you guys face starting out, and how did you overcome them?
Well, for us and Velocity, we realized that, I mean, it wasn't our first car meet. We've been to car meets because, as you know, it's a love. And I'll give you one example of a challenge we had or were thinking about from before.
Right.
So, as you know, people they spend a lot of money on their cars, whether building it or buying it, and they want to roll in when everybody did it. You get me? So they want to roll in and the cameras are on them, but a part of the event, you want people to come and see the cars. You don't want people waiting on the cars.
Right.
Okay.
So one of the biggest obstacles we had was, how do we get the car guys to come early, right? And one way we overcame that was to make them come in groups and secure parking spaces for them in specific locations that they would prefer and things like that. So having a team around you really, you know, makes a difference and get the ideas out there.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, there's often the times a stereotype in terms of they say that, you know, youth lack experience. How did you prove yourself, you know, getting involved in this business world? I think Ryan will take that word. Yeah.
For sure, I'm one to prove the naysayers wrong.
Right.
It's ingrained into me, you know. I love building and transforming. Any space I go into, I'm just always making a difference, right? So overcoming those challenges, it's really and truly, I'll piggyback off what Daniel said, you know, a strong team is very important, because any event at all, if any one man can produce an event himself, put that whole event on his back by himself, I give it to him. I hats off to him, because trust me, our team has made this effort very much easier than if we were to do it ourselves, you know. So it's every team member is essential, because there are so many working parts where from logistics to just protocol, right down to the very essential, you know. It's very, very important, each and every aspect. So thank you to the team once again, because we couldn't have done it without you. And yeah, that's just really how we do our thing.
Alright, I want you to hold that point, and when we come back from the other side of this break, much more about youth in business, and we're learning about cars and, you know, all of that.
And how we merge passion with business.
Passion with business. Stick and stay with us. This is the Talk Up Your Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. We'll be right back after this.
Cause every more could make a pickle. Nobody watch it trickle, cause things so hard. All I wanna do is live a little, breathe a little and go and enjoy life. Cause every more could make a pickle. Nobody watch it trickle, cause things so hard. It's the pleasures and pressures.
Every road, every ride, Burt's Auto Parts and KYB have you covered. From October 24, 2025 to January 30, 2026, get 15% off when you purchase 2 or more KYB shocks at any Burt's location. Plus, enjoy 10% off installation at Burt's Service Center. And for a limited time, you also get a gift with every KYB shocks purchase. So whether it's pothole, corners, or smooth highways, ride in comfort and confidence with KYB shocks from Burt's Auto Parts. Conditions apply. It hurts if you don't check Burt's.
Everything loud and wicked every Saturday 3 to 5 p.m. with Outside with Pepita. Loan vibes, loan laughs, and loan entertainment. Come on the road with we. Cause when we say Outside with Pepita, we're there all over Jamaica. Anyway, check them out. We're there. We're in on the business. Stay tuned in for prizes, surprises, giveaways, guest artists, and enough more. But hold on there. Don't forget to pick up my DJ. DJ Jerome, the shell boss, I'm gonna make it bust to pew pew with the maddest, baddest, and latest tunes. So look out for Outside with Pepita. We might be coming to a town near you. You heard it here first. Outside with Pepita, Saturdays 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. The new revolution in media. Jamaica, lock it in and don't miss a thing.
Exciting news! The Design design studio nationwide 90 FM just got a whole lot bigger. Join us this and every Saturday now from 1 to 3 p.m. for an exclusive show that elevates your home, mind, and soul. Discover the latest interior design trends to create your dream sanctuary. Unlock your true potential with personal growth strategies. Nourish your body and spirit with expert wellness tips. Don't miss out on the inspiration you need to live your best life. Tune in to the Design Studio this and every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. and take the first step towards a more fulfilling you.
Make me sweat, make me harder.
Get ready, students. Get ready, parents. And get ready, schools. From January to March 2026, Nationwide 90 FM is hitting the road again with the NNN School Tour. A fun, organized, and interactive journey bringing excitement, energy, and empowerment straight to your school. Under the theme, Rise Up, Represent, Do It for Your Future.
You no getting nothing less than 98 when school over, me never avoid the gate.
This tour is all about motivating Jamaica's youth to dream big, take action, and own their future. Expect entertainment, inspiring messages, and engaging activities that challenge you to showcase your talents and potential. If you're a student with talent, come show us when the NNN School Tour comes to your school. Stay tuned to Nationwide 90 FM for details on how to participate in the NNN School Tour. So get ready to rise up, represent, and do it for your future.
Be the reason for your ornaments and your perfume. Soon I'll leave out the kids who got the ties for you. It's Christmas at Montana, yeah. We got all the gifts here for you. It's all good inside.
Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this. I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. As far as I can. I can, yeah. My two hands in the air as far as I can. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun.
You know, as he says that, you know, staring at the sun, I just remember that I had to put on back.
You are a mess. Welcome back to the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of Jamaica's youth. And today we are the voices of youth in business and young men in business. I think, you know, celebrating International Men's Day, we have to big up the young men. I know we're joined by two young men who are very passionate about merging their passion with entrepreneurship, Daniel and Raheem. And they've just been, you know, really sensitizing us about how they have merged these two passions. Yeah. But, you know, I want to find out specifically now, you know, what do you think young people bring to business that older generations might not bring? I want to hear from you first, Rashid, and then you can go ahead, Daniel.
Okay, so what we bring as younger folks is really and truly the creation and innovation to the game. You know, we're able to basically transform already produced material. So, because really and truly, you know, majority of businesses and ideas out there, they're not new. You know, they're just reinvented, really and truly, and that's how we can actually step in and change what is already there. You know, that's really
your views, Daniel.
I really have to agree with Rahim on that one. Also, I would say that as young people, I think we have a lot more time. We have a lot more time we can put into it. We have a lot more time that we can just be on TikTok and whatever, and then we get ideas from TikTok and we say, yo, can this work in Jamaica?
Right.
So I feel like that's what we as a Gloucester are doing as well. We see things that probably happening overseas already, and we're saying we can definitely bring this to Jamaica, put our own little Jamaican spin on it, and I think that's what young people have over the older generation.
Yeah.
Some positive skill sets there. And they're saying, some of the stereotypes that people use to use against them, you can actually use and make positive influences out of it. So
and as you mentioned that, tapping into more of the use of the social media, as Daniel mentioned, the whole about TikTok.
Yeah.
And what I find is that cars, as you say, would pull a lot of people.
Yeah.
Get their attention, especially when you look at, not only just necessarily the interior or the aesthetic of it all, but naturally when you see cars, persons are piqued and it piques their interest and things. And then when you have that skill set in terms of social media, knowing how to post, when to post, the angle of which the vehicle is at and those things. Yes. So some people, it's not just looking at the car itself, there are more elements to it. And if you look at a number of these social media pages that does cars, you realize the large or the huge following that is there that comes with that. And as you spoke about there, one of the things about what young people have or what they bring to the table, different from adults. And I'm thinking that as we look at the broader aspect of business, we also need to be looking at how we can use tech to advance some of these business services that we provide. Well, I was going to touch on some other areas of customer service, but let me just leave that alone. But we should really need to tap into more of the technology
and how it can
influence and impact what we do. So as we talk about the whole matter of turning passion into purpose, I know Daniel and Rahim, you're invested in this aspect of it, but did you have any other dream in terms of business? Separate from the collective efforts, did you see yourself getting involved in business or creating a business or so? Daniel?
From I've been in high school, I know that I've wanted to be an entrepreneur, and the social media hub that deals with cars, it's called Shadowbreak, and it's doing pretty well, but it's not my first passionate project. Back in grade 7, I wanted to be a football player. I used to do football content. That never really work out, as you can see. I used to do gaming in grade 9. That never really worked out. So everything I do is business mixed with my passion, because I feel like you can go a lot farther than people that are just doing it because it's a business. So luckily the car content did work out, and I'm very passionate in it, and I found friends in it as well that pushed me farther than I could have gone myself. And I feel like everybody, if they do that, they can go way farther if they just combine their passion and business.
So the combination of passion and business. Yes. I love that.
Each of you, go ahead.
Well, for sure. If you ask anybody, Damien, you know yourself, I'm the businessman. You know, everybody recognizes me as that. Yeah. Business in itself is a passion for me. I have 2 other businesses, Dorms 876 and Sunset Jamaica, which are doing pretty well, and in the future I do intend to expand it, or even maybe sell it to, because I really, a big dream of mine is to be a serial entrepreneur. I'm really good at developing businesses from just the idea.
Big talent in Malik.
Trust me.
Yes.
From just as a mere idea to an execution. I'm very good at that. So serial entrepreneurship is something definitely I can see myself doing. But business overall, it's really and truly something I can genuinely see myself. Because self-sufficiency and independence is a very important thing nowadays. No one wants to be quote unquote enslaved or bounded to 9 to 5, or not saying anything is wrong with 9 to 5, because you can use a 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9.
Yep.
You get me?
Say that again.
I like that.
That's a drop. That's a drop right there. Say that again, Marie.
Use your 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9.
Wow, we love that.
It's very important, especially nowadays. We're getting, as you said a while ago, using tech to improve our lifestyles and our business is very important. So as we progress and move on 2025 onwards, it's very important to look at business in a more positive light and try it. Take risks. It's very important to take risks.
Yeah, Malik is going to come in with that question, but...
you want to go first?
No, I was going to just ask him, just to touch a little bit on the other two businesses that you mentioned.
Okay, so Dorms 876 is a student lifestyle company offering unique products and services to university students. That's the main niche. We have products from down to the essentials like clothespins up to portable ACs, mini fridges, and services from cleaning, grocery shopping, delivery, transportation services, name it. Right, and it's mostly targeted for the regional students and overseas students, but it's university students right across. And that business is complemented by Cellset Jamaica, which is an electronics company. I sell phones, electronics, accessories, you name it. So there are many different products from Cellset that I use Dorms to push as well. Right. So those two businesses doing really well for me.
Good.
I'm curious in finding out specifically, because you've just mentioned for us that you've had so many other businesses, but each of you has a unique business journey. How did your personal passion shape the business you started? So you just mentioned 3. So we're not about the automotive specifically. Tell us about the other passions that help shape the other 2 businesses.
Well, as I said before, the passion, serial entrepreneurship. The Velocity is my 4th venture. The first one is really and truly RCA tutoring. I started with 2 of my classmates at JC. That's where I really started, and I was like, oh wait, I can make some money from business, man. Unfortunately, that did not work out as much as I wanted it to. But then, as I progressed, Cellset Jamaica came on, and I liked it. I love it. I'm a very techie person.
Right.
I'm a computer mind. From my mommy always say, "Yo, you're good at phone. Anything wrong with our phone, she always come to me. Grandma, anybody, phone. Me. When I say right, I say phone. I say computer, right? So it was only right. And then Dorms 876, which is really me recognizing an issue on campus, because I had to stay on hall for like 2 weeks for this induction process thing, and I was like, oh my god, I live in Kingston, but I'm staying here on campus for just 2 weeks. I'm gonna say candidly, if I experience this right now, imagine the people that actually live here and not have a choice. So that's where Dorms 876 really came from. That is just my brainchild. I'm still fleshing it out, but as I said, in the near future we plan to expand regionally, not just locally.
I like that. What about you, Daniel?
Well, for me, I am a man of business as well. But my business, as I said, I get more to my passions. I know he's a passionate serial entrepreneur. What I do is I have the Shadow Break and then I branch off. So I have Shadow Auto where I sell cars. I love marketing as well, so I do marketing for different companies and business professionals. So for me, I feel like I don't know where I would be without business, really and truly. It's something that, as I said, from grade 7 I've been thinking about, and now just working with other people in it and passionate people like Raheem himself, it's a lot easier to brainstorm and do big ideas like Velocity.
Yeah, so having that like-minded individuals around you is good.
Supports that.
And support. And what I like though, Malik, is that, they went to, I'm going to mention it, they went to some interesting schools, But,
no, you didn't mention it. Okay.
But they were involved in student leadership. Daniel, you're at Calabar, right? Was it head boy or deputy? Deputy head boy. And Raheem was also deputy head boy at Jamaica College as well. So that transition from, being involved in the student leadership space, youth parliament as well, being involved with sports, you see. So they've been a mixture of different areas to get to this point as well. And you think about it, that sometimes when you're in school, you probably say, well, not everybody wants to be the traditional lawyer, doctor, policeman, fireman. But here's two other gentlemen that say, you know what, I want to be a business owner.
Serial entrepreneur.
A serial entrepreneur. Well, let's get it right.
Phrase of the day.
Yeah. And you know, and even as you think about that though, what kind of encouragement would you give to other younger minds, young persons who are saying, well, I don't know about this business thing, you know, because one of the things that you find is that persons are saying, if I'm going to come up with a business idea, then somebody already do it. So why do I need to do it? As well? Or what can I do differently that somebody else is not already doing?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a perfect question, because that's how many people approach me on a daily basis. I see you doing business. Why do you do it? I want to do it, but the idea that I have, somebody else has it. And my question to them always, first question right out the bat. As a matter of fact, I was just having this conversation with somebody yesterday. What can you do to make this business different from everybody else? Not because everybody sell phone or sell clothes mean that you can't sell your clothes, but it's how you market it, how you put it out there, what your audience is. You have to understand who your audience is and work with them. And that's just how even Daniel and I and the group, we were able to really and truly revolutionize the car space, you know. Not just hosting events just to host events sake, you know. We actually listen to the people, get their reactions live on the ground, and then go back to the drawing board in our meetings and be like, okay, cool, this went well, that didn't go well, the people like this, the people don't like this, so let's do this for the next event. And that's just the formula.
I like that encouragement, you know. How can you be different or even better? And that's, I think that's the core of what should make an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, to be making bigger and better and different from what others have as well. But where can we find more information or follow your social medias in terms of Velocity?
Well, on Instagram, we're Velocity JA. We only have Instagram right now, but trust me, if you go on Instagram, there's a lot of content for you to browse through. We don't just do, let's have a group of cars in one area. We have done Yout car meet, which is like that. We have Beast and Barbecue. This is mixing food and cars.
Okay.
So you have the Beast, the cars, and you have the barbecue, you have the food. You can walk
Yeah.
around. Currently, we're doing something new. We're doing a Formula 1 watch party at Tracks and Records.
Okay.
So that's, you come, there's going to be, if you guys want to come, there's some very nice cars that will be parked outside, trust me.
So I want not to go to parking space.
Don't tell nobody this.
Alright.
So you're going to come in, you're going to have such a nice experience. We're going to have giveaways, prizes. So we don't just try to do one thing. We try to revolutionize, as I said, the car scene.
Yes.
To kind of make it our own and to show other passionate people like us stuff that can happen. So yeah, Velocity J on Instagram.
So just reiterate the details about the event today.
Right,
time.
let's just talk about that.
Yeah.
Alright, so the event today is going to be a Formula 1 race that we're watching at Tracks and Records. The event is starting at 9:30 p.m. The race will start at 11 p.m. tonight. The race will finish at 1 p.m. and then
Thereabout.
Yeah, about 1 p.m.
We have live entertainment there onwards.
It's like sim racing, so if you feel you're faster than me, you can come, go on the sim racer, have fun.
Okay.
Come watch the race. As I said, we're gonna have giveaways. So if you don't have a Formula 1 shirt, so you buy a VIP ticket, you entered in a giveaway to get one.
Okay.
You can get engine oil. You can get. There's so much things you can do. Where it's not just watching.
Yeah.
We like to re-engineer.
Right, and we're shout out to our sponsors, Mobile One, for sponsoring the engine oil. Jack Daniels. We have Jack Daniels giveaways as well as custom drinks, as Formula 1 themed drinks live there as well. That's pretty much it.
Well, I'm glad they're here because we're gonna collect our free tickets to go to the Formula 1 watch party. But I'm looking at their Instagram page, Malik, Velocity JA, and it's VLOCITYJA, right? And there's some good pictures here of these cars and these events that they're having. So go ahead and follow them, and if you can make your way out to Tracks and Record a little later today, then why not? If you're a Formula 1 fan, that's the place to be. Well, if you're in a sports fan, is it that's way for that?
And even if you're not,
Right.
just come out
Just come
and
out.
enjoy
Engage
the
and
vibe.
enjoy.
Yeah, man, because
Mhm.
there will be live entertainment. As I said, there's giveaways. You know, you don't have to be a Formula One fan to win something. You know,
Okay.
so come out.
And when you say live entertainment, you mean you're gonna have like artists and DJ or something?
Correct, DJ.
DJ and okay, music, build a vibe and.
If you're just curious, come out. Not even a sports fan. If you're just curious,
Just
come
curious.
out. You're gonna have a good time. Trust
You
me.
see, I like this. Serial entrepreneurs, Raheem Hall and Daniel Fraser, who are turning their passion into purpose as young entrepreneurs, youth in business. I would just want to big you up, congratulate you on the work you're doing with Velocity JA and all your other entrepreneurial pursuits. And we just want you to remember that, your Talk Up Youth Radio family is there to support you, encourage you, and to wish you, all the very best for the next phase of what serial entrepreneurs will look like and will do for Jamaica. I like that. I really liked this, this discussion. I like how, even though we're saying, this is one specific passion, they say, what are you curious to not come out?
And as we see here in the YouTube, they're making notes as well. You can use your 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9.
You should trademark that.
Yeah, you should. Before I take it.
No, I can reiterate one.
Okay.
Use your 9 to 5 to fund your 5 to 9. You'll never go wrong. Trust me.
Oh. And any final words of encouragement to listeners, viewers, before you go?
What I would say, especially for the younger people, we're Jamaicans. Jamaica is, for the size, it's one of the most influential countries in the world.
Yeah.
And you're in this country, you're born in this country. So just like us, you can be as influential. Just like Usain Bolt, you can be as influential. So as Raheem said, take risk, and more than likely they'll pay off as long as you put in the work.
I like that. Stick and stay, don't go away. This is the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of Jamaica's youth. And now Velocity JA is going to help us close out. Talk Up Youth, Miss Effie. Talk Up Youth. We'll soon come back.
Call me a sinner, only that I know my history. So we are thinking the King glory, like a tree planted by the river. I have smiled when the sun can't keep me down, cause we have to red light, stop signs, doors closed. I'm never giving up, I'm doing good, but only the best is good.
No pretty out there, we're pledging and betray. Where the streets got no love, and the pagans them forsake. We can't mash me up, come and pray to the Father daily. I am and lift me up with.
Talk Up Youths. Hey. Oh, yeah, boy. Listen. Right about now, we want to tell them. We tell them, say, youths, you have to stand for your rights now. Now is the time. Youth for chat and youth for act and youth for unite right now. No silence. You youth. You have to stand for your rights now. Now is the time.
Creative Building Finishes is celebrating 25 years of transforming Jamaican spaces. And we're saying thank you in a big way. Enjoy up to 25% off select items all year long, from bold tiles to breathtaking bathrooms and kitchens. Discover everything you need to create your dream space. Visit us at 5 Red Hills Road or online at creativebuildingfinishes.com. Creative Building Finishes.
Your beautiful finish begins here.
Get ready, students! Get ready, parents! And get ready, schools! From January to March 2026, Nationwide 90 FM is hitting the road again with the NNN School Tour, a fun, organized, and interactive journey bringing excitement, energy, and empowerment straight to your school under the theme Rise Up, Represent, Do It For Your Future.
You know getting nothing less than 98 when school over, me never avoid the gate.
This tour is all about motivating Jamaica's youth to dream big big, take action, and own their future. Expect entertainment, inspiring messages, and engaging activities that challenge you to showcase your talents and potential. If you're a student with talent, come show us when the NNN School Tour comes to your school. Stay tuned to Nationwide 90 FM for details on how to participate in the NNN School Tour. So get ready to rise up, represent, and do it for your future.
They've lost homes.
Everything is gone. I've no house, I've nothing.
They've lost power.
No water, no food, no light, no bed. Jamaican people need desperate help.
Some haven't heard a familiar voice in days.
The last thing I said to my sister, please be safe. And that was the last time.
For others, hope is starting to ebb. But together, we are rebuilding Jamaica, one parish at a time.
We have to try. We have to try. Can't give up.
Join Nationwide 90 FM from November 21 to December 19, every Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and St. Elizabeth, helping families and communities rebuild after Hurricane Melissa.
And you can help too.
Bring your donations, non-perishable food, water, hygiene products, lighting, or recovery supplies to our office at 14 Ocean Boulevard, the Digital Building, downtown Kingston.
Let's show the true strength of our nation: unity, compassion, and care. Together, we can rebuild lives and restore hope. Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Give us strength. Oh, never let I fail.
Shall them and tell them and them for know say the knockers there say represent for talk up youths. And you know I say the truth uproot. And me I say yo, everybody have a dream. The youth them feel uplift the community and the scheme. Talk up youths. Talk some truth. No.
Yeah. And we stay around. Yeah. 17 with a clock. Anything for the stock. Trick or squeeze, man a drop. And on the trees, man a chop. Change your route, watch your back. Cause a family has set your trap. When me pressurize, she collapse. Another dream in a box. If I could take it back, give you all that you like, switching the balance from my history of violence. Having you express yourself, making you less reliant on the history of violence. Bad man come in out of broad day. AR-15 cleared all way. None of this makes no sense. People suffering in silence. The dance for the road has fallen. Reprisal early a morning. After all is said and done, it's a war that can't be won. But if we could fight hope when there is none, imagine other things we'd overcome. Ooh, yeah. If I could, ooh, take it back, yeah. Give you all that you like, switching the balance from my history of violence. Giving you, ooh, and having you, yeah. Express yourself, making you less reliant on the history of violence. I know you already got the night shine, but tell me you don't pray to see the sunrise. Freedom over always trying to pick sides. Handcuffs and the bracelets we had in mind. Make sure that our daughters and our sons fine. Brighter tomorrows than yellow tape lines. Play without the worry of a drive-by. No more bullets raining in the night sky. So much trauma, the youths that need healing. Learn how to deal with them feelings. Show them there's another way to be. So much more to life than we can see. Bigger dreams, different reality. Inner peace, a little clarity. I just love the one who stares back in the mirror. Take it back, give you all that you
This is Nikisha Barnes representing for Talk Up Radio, a Talk Up Youth production held every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Talk Up Youth, myself, Talk Up Youth.
Another party, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody, yeah. Pull up another Rari, yeah. Bare feelings that I carry. Pull up another Audi, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody, yeah. Pull up another card, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody but you. Pull up another Lada. Put me off the Benz and the Prada. And a couple brand new order. All of them fully don't matter. 0 to 100.
Welcome back to the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of Jamaica's youth, and we're just here vibing.
Yeah, we'll pull up another studio today, Malik.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of pull-ups. But we just been having such a wonderful conversation today. We spoke about International Men's Day, just how busy the month of November is, youth in entrepreneurship, how to become a serial entrepreneur.
We have to get it right today.
We have to.
It's a whole course right there.
Youth in business, but we also must recognize it doesn't feel as grandiosely celebrated this year, but November is also celebrated in Jamaica as Youth Month. And this year's theme for Youth Month is Youth Can. And I like how they're playing on the word can, and it's Youth Can Rebuild Jamaica. Having experienced what we've experienced, a lot of young people may feel very displaced, very out of it, but through the work of the Ministry of Education, Youth Skills, Digital Skills and Information, and the Youth and Adolescent Policy Division, they are still celebrating Youth Month. And what has been so, heartwarming is seeing that through their efforts, they are also helping to rebuild Jamaica through the relief efforts.
Yes.
So, even through our own media here at Revo, powered by Nationwide, we shared or showcased an article just this week about hundreds from the Ministry of Education, Youth Skills and Information, youth groups helping to distribute post-Melissa aid, to many persons and communities that were affected. And so more than 300 young people from youth groups affiliated with the Youth Education Information Ministry are distributing relief packages in communities hardest hit by Hurricane Melissa. And this is part of their celebrations, or their redacted celebrations, for Youth Month 2025. And State Minister for Education Rhoda Moy Crawford says many of this year's plans were cancelled due to the damage of the hurricane. But the theme Youth Can Rebuild Jamaica is so timely, relevant and seen in the ways in which young people and youth groups are helping through their own relief efforts. And so, volunteers have so far provided assistance to persons and places in Trelawney, Hanover, St. Anne, and they will continue along the different parishes. I know this week they're going, next week, tomorrow is Sunday, next week, they'll be going to Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth as well to give relief assistance. And I think, it shows that young people, even though, this time they should be using to celebrate all the things that make youth fun, recognize the importance of also giving relief to not just young people, but all those who may be impacted, affected in their own way, to show that, though we are student leaders and youth leaders and we may be concerned about our issues, we're also concerned generally about humanity and how we can make a difference in helping persons rebuild and get back on their feet.
Yeah, and I know even for when you look at what's happening across the island, we know that trying to setting up the field hospitals, conversations are being had in terms of maybe a outstation, a field school, set up our classrooms, how we can get back the students. And I saw an article again just last evening in a particular group that I'm a part of, and they were talking about the percentage in terms of brain drain, the statistics, and where Jamaica falls in that. And I was like, wow, when you think that we're just trying to build back and deal with what we lost in the pandemic period, and then here we are again now in this post Hurricane Melissa period, you still see that this is still of a concern then. And so this is why when we have like programs like these on radio, television, we are grateful for that, because we're now able to help to shed some kind of light, you know, especially through here at Talk Up Youth as well. Sometimes we do, our tutoring lessons. On Friday nights we have the A team.
Right.
So we are still committing to helping
Young
young people, the nation's children, to have access to education, and technology now gives us this opportunity to host these sessions so that even when they get back access, they can go back and
watch it over
and listen to it
and
from the archive. So,
and I like how, even through the work of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Skills and Information, how even, as I said, they should be celebrating. They're utilizing this time to make sure young people are taken care of, the basic needs are taken care of, making the check-ins. And trust me, the whale of a difference it makes when you feel, you're so distant and detached and, marooned from everything. There are these helping hands coming out to remind you, youth can, and we can rebuild Jamaica one community at a time, one relief effort at a time, and going out there and yes, giving the food and helping with the materials or shelter can also make that difference. And as you said, marrying the technology as well, so that when you come out of this place of discomfort, you'll realize you never walked alone. We are working with and for you to help you. So, you can follow at Youth Jamaica, their social media pages, or go to Youth Jamaica, their website, where you can watch and see how some of the relief efforts have been going and initiatives have been going, and just keep updated as to what other stops they'll be making along the island to help with their relief efforts.
Right.
And what, if any, other initiatives they'll take part in as part of Youth Month.
And I was going to piggyback on that to say...
Or light bulbs went off at the same time, I realized.
Right here at Nationwide, we also have an opportunity for you to be a part of the wider giving back. We have our Rebuilding Jamaica Post Melissa Relief broadcast. We've already started them, Malik.
Yes.
And each and every Friday, we are going to be in a different parish.
Okay.
The team was out yesterday for the first of it. Friday, November the 21st, they were out in Westmoreland, and we had a broadcast there, and we were able to talk to some of the MPs, key leaders, and give out, of course, the relief packages to those persons who are living in the specific areas. And I just want to say again, this Friday, November 28th, we'll be in St. James. Friday, December the 5th, we'll be in Trelawney. Friday, December the 12th, we'll be in Hanover. And Friday, December 19th, rounding off the series there in St. Elizabeth. And if persons would like to give, how can they do that, Malik?
So obviously you can make the drop-offs right here at our location, Nationwide News Network, on the first floor at 14 Ocean Boulevard. That's downtown Kingston at the Digicel building. You can't miss the Digicel building.
Yes, sir.
It's easy to find. So once you just coming and say you're dropping off some things to help with the Nationwide News Network's relief effort, they'll be more than happy to direct you to where you may leave. And it's the standard items that we know, the non-perishable items, the toiletries, the food supplies, the cleaning supplies, any flashlights, candles, lamps, anything that that can help people be comfortable as best we can as we help to rebuild Jamaica. And I think what's so important, Damien, is in every sector, in every community that we see here in Jamaica and in our diaspora and globally, people are helping.
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very important. We're just hoping that, through different initiatives and groups, people will use wisdom as they give, so that we make sure that the right people are getting the relief and the assistance as best as possible. Because we can see, you're hearing now as well that some people say they have gotten and some haven't gotten.
Right.
So we just want people who are giving from their giving hearts and giving spirits to make sure that you use wisdom as you give. But joining and help us here Nationwide, River powered by Nationwide, with our relief efforts. And you've heard the communities will be going out every Friday from now until December 19th to assist with relief efforts. Which I was saying, I'm so happy to see, even young people doing the giving and the relief and joining the relief efforts and becoming volunteers. And even those displaced from schools as well are pulling in and saying, let us help as well.
What I find is what is also amazing is that I think this has now emerged or re-emerged, this spirit of volunteerism.
Yeah.
because even amongst us as young persons, sometimes I'm like, well, me volunteer, no.
Why? Yeah.
You know, when I get paid, when I see the benefit in it, but now we see the coming together, the collaborative efforts, right, and looking at it for a greater cause, not about what you can benefit.
And I think that's what Jamaican and the Jamaican spirit overall is renowned for. Our volunteerism is very much a critical part of who we are as Jamaicans, and that coming together in unity. No matter how sometimes we might not like each other, when it comes down to being in adversity, we're going to pull up our socks and help those that need help the most.
All right, that's a very good point. I want you to stick and stay with us when we come back. We're almost at that hour where we have to go, but as Fireman would always say, it's not yet one. But stick and stay with us. We'll be right back with much more. This is the Talk Up Your Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. Soon come.
You should know you made my day, and I lost my horse when you came my way, but it changed my mood. Oh, you're so rude, yeah. Then I try push up intrude, but you're well subtle and smooth, yeah. Pull up another party, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody, yeah. Pull up another Rari, yeah. Bare feelings that I carry. Pull up another party, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody, yeah. Pull up another card, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody but you. Pull up another ladder.
Talk Up Youth and talk the truth. I asked the bush that representing for Talk Up Youths here and nationwide, 90 FM, every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Bush!
Upgrade your home or business with Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Explore a range of termite-resistant plywood, quartz, solid surface, and granite. Experience timeless elegance with our cedar doors, crafted from premium cedar stock, kiln-dried for durability and beauty. For quality and craftsmanship, visit us at the Trade Center Kingston 10 or Hatfield Mandeville. Call 876-963-0628-30. Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Transform your space today.
Run for rights, give for relief. Join Jamaicans for Justice at the Run for Rights 5K Run Walk, November 30, 6 a.m. sharp at the Police Officers Club, Kingston. Choose your cause: human rights, child rights, climate justice, or ending gender-based violence. Only $2,500 to enter. Medals, trophies, and more. Register now at my.raceresult.com/355144. Part proceeds in aid of hurricane relief. You can bring your essential items on race day. Every donation counts. Call 876-239-7583 for details.
Every road, every ride, Burt's Auto Parts and KYB have you covered. From October 24, 2025 to January 30, 2026, get 15% off when you purchase 2 or more KYB shocks at any Burt's location. Plus, enjoy 10% off installation at Burt's Service Center. And for a limited time, you also get a gift with every KYB shocks purchase. So whether it's pothole, corners, or smooth highways, ride in comfort and confidence with KYB shocks from Burt's Auto Parts. Conditions apply. It hurts if you don't check Burt's.
You will make a way. You have always made a way, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Some days high and some days low, but I will not give up. No, I won't let go. I know God will make a way.
Enjoy the song. Welcome back to the Talk Up Your Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. Around this time on a Saturday afternoon, our engineer drops this special song.
God is making a way for all of us. If you feel like Jamaica, you're not being made a way for you, God is making a way for you. We're just bigging up and talking about some of the activities, whether redacted or revised during this time of November. But we're celebrating Youth Month, and we said the theme this year is Youth Can Rebuild Jamaica, and we've seen those rebuilding efforts. And I'm just seeing some comments here on YouTube that I want to address or help persons understand. So somebody said, is Youth Month different from Children's Month? And the answer is yes. Youth Month is celebrated in November. Child's Month is celebrated in May. And they have different focuses or foci for the different months. So yes, Annie Smith, they are different. And then one person also says, indeed, sis, it takes a people person to be able to deal with issues like that. Big up yourself, sister, in terms of helping to go out and engage and give relief efforts. Very important. And she says, people are helping, yes, but my concern is the elderly who are in remote areas. Is the reach helping them, or the same persons keeping the help? And that's why I said, use wisdom as you give, and we encourage the persons who are going out there to do the relief efforts in the fields to make sure that they're using wisdom to ensure that persons who may be the most vulnerable, or those who are not getting the help that they really need, are getting help.
I just want to add, so a few weeks ago I was talking with Christina Williams on the Friday night show about her organization that she's a part of. And one of the things she mentioned was the whole matter of the collaboration. So a number of these groups have already gone out into the space. So it is important then for them to collect that kind of data and then come back now and to see, okay, then how best we can reach those persons who are not getting access. And I've said this as well, that, churches as well, through the different umbrella groups, they're also working to give relief aid. So it's not just government only. So we see government, we see other community individuals who are taking it upon themselves, not because they don't have anything to do, but they are giving towards the cause. And we see the church playing their part as well. Yeah, so everybody's doing, as you talk about Youth Can, we can. Jamaica can. And that's what we're doing.
And another event that was celebrated just Monday of this week, because we've been celebrating International Men's Day. We also celebrated International Students' Day, which was celebrated on November 17th. And it is to honor the student activism and commemorate the 1939 Nazi storming of the University of Prague, which led to the execution of 9 students and the closure of Czech universities. The day also serves as a global reminder of the importance of student rights, academic solidarity, and access to education for all. So it's all about student activism and promoting educational rights and youth empowerment. So it's still aligned and very nicely aligned within the broader scheme of International Youth Month. But go ahead, you're going to tell us what the theme is.
Right, and so the theme this year that was recognized on the 17th of November was empowering students to be agents of change, highlighting the role of students in driving innovation and positive social transformation.
And we saw that even in our discussions today, how young people and more so students are driving innovation. And then you made the call that, young people should make sure to get involved in the tech. Critical.
And you see, the things they talk about transformation is that when you look at technology, no, because we know that there's where we are here probably in Jamaica, we're not there as yet, because in some other nations, some other countries, they are far advanced in technology. We are just almost like playing catch up with some of those things, and I think whatever it is that you are passionate about, I think you should work towards that, and in the grand scheme of things, it contributes to the social change that we're talking about. So even here, as we talk about the empowerment of our students, get involved, be innovative, right?
Is a critical aspect. And I saw that the National Secondary Students Council in their NSSC, right, in their International Students Day post this year, remind us that International Students Day celebrates the strength, creativity, and resilience of students everywhere. It is a day to recognize your voice, your potential, and the impact you make in your schools and communities. Today, we honor the dedication and leadership of every student as you continue to learn, grow, and shape the future. And trust me, our students in the last 5 years, you can say, have been called upon to be seriously very resilient. COVID, online teaching. Now we also have the hurricane and hurricane relief to deal with. And so it's important that we also set aside that time to encourage students amidst all the other challenges you're facing of adolescence and puberty and peer pressure and competing work at school and responsibilities, be resilient through it all and use innovation. And as I even explained to the young men I told you about when I went to do my outreach this week, you can also work smart and not hard, and even at the same time as working smart, you are working hard as well, but in a different type of way because you're using creativity and innovation. And when I broke it down for them and said, you can do it a little bit easier, but still get out hard work and still make a difference that is positive to you, they're like, oh, yes sir, I get it. They're like, I see the light going off in their heads. And I think that's very important as well. So we want to big up every student from basic school right up to university. In your primary school, your prep school, your high school, your secondary school, your junior high school, your teachers college, your community college, your Heart NSTA type of trust school, any type of school that you're attending, big up yourselves, because guess what? Resilience, creativity, and innovation are what you will use to continue to get you from one level to the next.
Yes, definitely. And we're almost at that time as we're winding down. But Malik, I just wanted to big up. I have some birthday shout outs. I don't know if you have any, but I
have quite a few as well.
Well, I just wanted to say happy birthday to a couple of my friends here celebrating birthday today. Sean Pierre Cook, Cornella Jones, Tevin Brown, Gervin Wright, and Tony and Baker.
Want to big up my friend, the other Dr. Suave that I know, Mr. Smooth that I know, Agent 007 Andre Marriott Blake. Today is his birthday, and the effervescent and beautiful Chantal Bennett.
And she's benefiting from this.
But she's benefiting right now. But Andre and Chantal, have a happy birthday today. Big up yourselves. Enjoy your wonderful weekend. But yeah, quite a few people about November that I'm realizing.
Yes, definitely. And if you are celebrating a birthday today and you're listening, or maybe you're on YouTube watching, we want to say on behalf of the Nationwide family, happy birthday to you as well.
Happy birthday. Yeah, man, November is a very busy month. International Students Day, Youth Month, International Men's Day, quite a few activities. But throughout the show today, I'm just happy that we could have this discussion about some keywords that have really stayed with me. Innovation as part of entrepreneurship, healthy masculinity that you introduced me to as well today, as part of becoming the holistic or whole man. So we started off that conversation today about International Men's Day. Is it celebrated the same way or with the same gratitude like International Women's Day? Is there a difference? But how can we also improve upon how we are celebrating and continue to make it even bigger and better? But also the importance and need for mentorship and positive role models for young men is a very critical aspect as well of celebrating International Men's Day, and how mentorship is key for a young boy growing and for men as well. Because sometimes you don't even realize it, but you yourself as a young man need mentorship from your own colleagues and peers as well. So that's very important. And we made the call that if you feel the need to volunteer as well and become a child diversion mentor or restorative justice mentor, contact the Ministry of Justice and find out more about how you can play your part there. Then we shift the conversation to youth entrepreneurs who are serial entrepreneurs.
That's right.
Young men from Veles to JA who are also having an event today at Traction Records at 9.
The Formula One watch parties. So
who are merging their passion with purpose and also giving back. Learning and saying how as young people we can use our time, our talent and our innovation to make our name within entrepreneurship or in the business space, and that's very critical as well to us. Then we looked at a little bit and focused on specifically International Youth Month, and saying that for International Youth Month, though it's a redacted form of celebration, the theme this year in Jamaica is Youth Can, and Youth Can what? Rebuild Jamaica. And through relief efforts we see happening with the Ministry of Education, Youth Skills and Information, young people are also finding the need to give back as well, because when you give back you realize it's the highest form of service as well. And then we also spoke a little bit about International Students Day that happened this month on Monday, and how young people are called upon to be resilient, creative, innovative leaders in their spaces to help to improve upon our country and everything that we are going through as well. But we also spoke about specifically as well how you were mentioning how we also have to look at how we give back and using wisdom to give
in doing
back.
that. Well, so a lot has been said, and I know that our listeners, our viewers would have benefited from this type of conversation. And it's that time when we have to, depart from out of here. But, well, Malik's going to depart from out of here.
Yeah, because you Mr. Smooth, has to move back now from the host chair to the producer chair.
That's right.
Because, as part of the discussions today, We also, because Talk Up Youth always discusses the Sustainable Development Goals,
SDGs.
and I would say that SDG Goal 8 would be applicable to the youth entrepreneurship, which is decent work and economic growth, and also Goal 4, because celebrating International Students Day, quality education, and Goal 5, International Men's Day, gender equality.
Yes.
So some of the goals that we saw or we experienced in our discussions today are Goals 4, quality education, 5, gender equality, and 8, decent work and economic growth. Oh, you're pushing on the numbers for
but ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the show. I want to
we are on the hour, and we are going to be making way soon for Design Studios with Karen Booker, but we have to big up and thank our
executive producer Empress Golden.
Big up Mama E each and every week for keeping us here for the vision. Our in-studio engineer today, David McNeish. Big up yourself, boss, for keeping us here on the radio. To you, our faithful listeners on Nationwide 90 FM, and of course, our people on YouTube. Big up yourself, big up yourselves for tuning in and engaging. Boy, YouTube was very engaging.
It was very fiery over there in the chat. And of course, we want to say thank you to the entire Nationwide family that gives us this platform each and every Saturday to do what we do. And if they didn't do that, then we couldn't do what we are doing.
And to the producer turned host, a man of many hats today, His Excellency, Dr. Swab, for putting together this program for us to edutain our listeners today. Thank you, good sir. And we're here until 6, so you have a long stretch. So good luck.
So until next week, talk up you, Mr. F.A.
Until next time, talk up you. See you next week.
That's right.
Some days high and some days low, but I will not give up. No, I won't let go. I know God will make a way for me. Yeah. Oh, I did troubles on the left, troubles on the right. Trusting in you, oh God, I know I'll be alright. I know God will make a way for me. You're the God of the valley, the mountains and the sea.
Oh, yeah. Talk up youths. Hey. Oh, yeah, boy. Listen. Right about now, we want to tell them. We tell them, say, youths, you have to stand for your rights now. Now is the time. Youth for chat and youth for act and youths for unite right now. No silence. You youth. You have to stand for your rights now. Now is the time.
Tell the people.
Christmas time for you this season. Make Fontana be the reason for your ornaments and your perfume. Soon I'll leave out the kids who got the ties for you. It's Christmas at Fontana, yeah. We got all the gifts here for you. It's all good inside.
Guilty. Outperform, outlast. Guilty. We top performance. Guilty. Jackama. Reliable. Full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy electrodes, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Guilty. Available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply. We service what we sell.
Creative Building Finishes is celebrating 25 years of transforming Jamaican spaces. And we're saying thank you in a big way. Enjoy up to 25% off select items all year long, from bold tiles to breathtaking bathrooms and kitchens. Discover everything you need to create your dream space. Visit us at 5 Red Hills Road or online at creativebuildingfinishes.com. Creative Building Finishes.
Your beautiful finish begins here.
It's time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today.
They've lost homes.
Everything is gone. Have no house, have nothing.
They've lost power.
No water, no food, no light, no bed. Jamaican people need desperate help.
Some haven't heard a familiar voice in days.
The last thing I said to my sister, please be safe. And that was the last time.
For others, hope is starting to ebb. But together, we are rebuilding Jamaica, one parish at a time.
We have to try. We have to try. Can't give up.
Join Nationwide 90 FM from November 21 to December 19, every Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and St. Elizabeth, helping families and communities rebuild after Hurricane Melissa.
And you can help too.
Bring your donations, non-perishable food, water, hygiene products, lighting, or recovery supplies to our office at 14 Ocean Boulevard, the Digital Building, downtown Kingston.
Let's show the true strength of our nation: unity, compassion, and care. Together, we can rebuild lives and restore hope. Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Give us strength. Oh, never let I fail.
Looking to rent a fully operational production studio? Then Nationwide 90 FM has got you covered. We have flexible options to meet your recording needs any day of the week. Monday to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays available upon request. Bookings must be made in advance. Call us today at 630-1210. Let us help you reach your production desires.
Exciting news! The design studio Nationwide 90 FM just got a whole lot bigger. Join us this and every Saturday now from 1 to 3 p.m. for an exclusive show that elevates your home, mind, and soul. Discover the latest interior design trends to create your dream sanctuary. Unlock your true potential with personal growth strategies. Nourish your body and spirit with expert wellness tips. Don't miss out on the inspiration you need to live your best life. Tune in to the design studio this and every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. and take the first step towards a more fulfilling you.
Make me sweat, make me harder.
Everything loud and wicked every Saturday 3 to 5 p.m. with Outside with Pepita. Loan vibes, loan laughs, and loan entertainment. Come on the road with we. Cause when we say Outside with Pepita, we're there all over Jamaica. Anyway, check them out. We're there. We're in on the business. Stay tuned in for prizes, surprises, giveaways, guest artists, and enough more. But hold on there. Don't forget to pick up my DJ. DJ Jerome, the shell boss, I'm gonna make it bust to pew pew with the maddest, baddest, and latest tunes. So look out for Outside with Pepita. We might be coming